What up, my fellow planeswalkers? It is I, the MTG hero, once again stepping in to save standard. Before we get started, I would like to ask that if you're not, please consider subscribing to the channel. We are closing in on 100 subs, and it would be amazing to hit that goal before the end of the year. I also stream over on Twitch, so feel free after the video to go over there and give me a follow so you'll know when I go live playing everything from the tippity top of the meta all the way down to the memeiest of the meme decks. Links to my stream and my social media will be in the description below. Now that that's out of the way, I'm proud to present you with another one of my home brews, Jeskai Midrange. This deck is just awesome. I love it because it plays very similar to the pre-rotation Urian decks that look to gain advantage through blinks. Now, I already know what you're thinking. Hero, why would I play this when I can just play a Doom Foretold deck? Well, I'm glad you asked. The meta has been evolving to Doom decks. They just aren't as powerful as they once were. Andrea Mengucci, Mr. Doom Foretold himself, has said that he's been evolving his list due to enchantment hate, like Wilt and Thrashing Brontonon becoming more and more popular. But if that's the case, wouldn't it just be better to not build your deck around a 4-mana enchantment that does immediately impact the board? Well, that's what we're here to find out. So let's jump into some games and get started. All right, we're on the draw. We got a pretty interactive hand. We're going to keep it. Our opponent's deciding if they're going to keep, I guess. So they took a mulligan. I'm going to assume they're fairies from reasons. We'll lead on the temple. Get the scry. We don't need another tap land. That's for sure. Pass it back. Fairies are Dimir control. Okay. I'm gonna play this and hold up Omen of the Forge in case they try to play like a Thieves Guild Enforcer. There it is. Just like we drew it up. So we're gonna go ahead and Omen of the Forge. Get that out of here. See what they want to do now. They don't have Lurrus as a companion, so it is the bigger rogues deck. Okay. So we can play Temple, get a Scry. I don't think a second Omen of the Suns is really going to get us anywhere. So we can do that. And I am just going to go ahead and Glass Casket, get rid of the Merfolk Wind Robber. Our opponent missed their land drop next turn, so they could be stalling a little bit. Which, that's fantastic if they are. Nope, there it is. Okay, they didn't play anything. We'll play this tapped. Preserve our life total. We don't have our 5th land in play, so adding this to our hand doesn't do anything. So we're just going to pass and hold up Omen of the Sun. Okay. So we don't have to worry about this just yet. Flashing an Omen of the Sun right now doesn't do anything because it can't block anyway. The middle of the land, that's fine. We'll play Omen of the Sun, gain some life back, get some bodies in play. All right, Charming Prince. Let's try to draw out a counter. All right, there we go. Now I'll play another one. Get their Wind Robber. Get in for 2. That at least ties up mana, so they can't like flash in like a Soaring Thought Thief. We're in a really good spot. If we can hit our 5th land drop, we'll be doing really good. Our opponent's really thinking about what they want to do. Okay, we didn't hit our 5th land drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack for 2. Try to get them to play something. Okay, now I'll play Charming Prince. And we'll scry 2 with the Charming Prince. Try to hit our land drop. There it is. Don't think we need a Bone Crusher Giant. We actually don't need another Plains, but we'll take what we can get here. Let's say okay. All right, there's our 5th land. Okay, now we'll add Uri into our hand since we can play it next turn. Because playing the Elspeth Conqueror's Death isn't really going to do anything. Heartless Act after we add Uri into hand. That definitely makes me think they have counter spells. They have to, right? So we'll attack. They let it through. We'll try to Charming Prince. Because I'm not just going to run Urian out into a counter spell. Not when I don't have to. Yeah, these are fine. I'll take some extra land since we just have pure gas. All right, they're just passing the turn back. I'm not going to crack anything. There's no point. We'll get in for 3. Sure. We're just slowly grinding them out. Okay. Play Temple here, get the Scry. We have 6 mana in play. I don't really want this, but since they can probably just mill it anyway, we'll just leave it on top. Again, no point in playing Urian. We're playing the long game. All right, they're passing back. Get in for 2. We're just gonna force them to answer our threats one at a time. Okay, Heartless Act, sure. This is a red. And now I'll try to stick a Urian knowing it'll get countered. Like, this is as good as countered, but it's fine. Yeah. It's fine because we want them to do something so we can play Elspeth Conqueror's Death and we can just bring back Urian that way. we're slowly building up to an inspired ultimatum, which will probably end the game on the spot if it resolves. Luris, that's fine. Thieves Guild Enforcer, sure. Okay. Go ahead and play Elspeth Conquers Death. We'll get rid of their Luris. Pass the turn back. Take 3, yep. Let's try for a Skyclave Apparition. We get it. We'll get rid of their Thieves Guild Enforcer. And I'm actually going to hold this to play it later. Pass turn. Then we untap. We'll get back Urian, blink these, and then we're just so far ahead it's insane. And our opponent can do nothing about it. On the draw, we have a pretty reactive hand. A lot of tap lands, unfortunately. But I still think we keep it. Alright, looks like we're against the mono white deck. We'll lead on Temple. Don't need a Urian. What they have. Savior, sure. Another Savior, jeez. Okay, let's play this tapped. Get out of the way, and this is also important because it taps for red, so we can play Bone Crusher if we need to. Daxos, sure. Okay, I'll play the Temple of Enlightenment here, get the free scry. Send that to the bottom. We don't need another land. Plus, we're going to crack this next turn. I will play the Glass Casket and go ahead and get rid of Daxos, I believe. Since that is the hardest thing to get rid of. But, of course, they're going to pop it to save it. That's fine. Yeah, real important we got rid of that lifelinker. We still have to get rid of Daxos, though. Alright, another Glass Casket. That's perfect. Play this. Play the Casket. Get rid of Daxos. Ideally, I want to get rid of the Hollowed Priest, but they're just going to sacrifice a Selfless Savior. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack this right here. Get another red. Play Golden Egg. And now we can play this as our 5th land. Play Urian. And blink these. And we'll exile the Daxos again. And we can get rid of the Hollowed Priest. Okay. I don't want to take 3 here and go to 5, but we don't really have a choice. I mean, I could play the Omen of the Sun, but this is just a bit more efficient. Okay. Get rid of Daxos. Hollowed Priest. Now we draw a card. Okay, now we're looking good. That's a little troublesome. Nothing to worry about, though. If they attack, we go to 3. But we have Omen of the Suns. I would attack. Okay. They're not. So we'll play this tapped. There's no point in attacking. Ideally, we want them to attack. Yeah, there we go. Oh, they're being smart about it. Block there. Play the Omen of the Sun. And we'll get them to sacrifice a Selfless Savior here. Yep. It's not great, but it's our best play. It gets rid of an extra creature, so it's 1 less life they gain and 1 less counter that goes on the priest. Get a blue. I'm going to add Yuri into our hand. And we're actually safe to start clocking them now. When they attack, we can flash in another Omen of the Sun to get more blockers. Yeah. Flash this in, go to 9. Block like that, force them to sacrifice a Selfless Savior if they want to save their queen. Of course they do. Okay. Okay, now we can loop. We can play the Urian and then play a Charming Prince and start looping them to gain a crap ton of life and basically get an army. So let's go ahead and attack with the one we have. Get our opponent back down to 20. Now we'll play the Urian. Keep the untapped one. And we're blinking both. We'll blink that. We'll blink both the glass caskets. Yep. Play Charming Prince. And they know we have the loop. We're on the draw. We have 2 tapped lands, but overall this hand looks okay. We'll keep it. Red, mono red or Gruul maybe. Yeah, let's play the Scry land. That's probably better. Yep, don't need another land. Definitely mono red. Okay, let's take a land. That's fine. I'll play the mountain here. Get ready to Omen of the Forge, whatever they play. Okay, in response, we'll go ahead and just kill the Robber of the Rich, because that's going to be a problematic card. We don't want them to like get too much of our stuff. Take the hit. Play this tapped. Pass, hold up Omen of the Forge. We'll just kill it in response to the attack or something. Torbrand, perfect. Let it come down. 4 attacks. Blow up the Phoenix of Ash. Okay. Play this as a blue. Skyclave Apparition. Get Torbrand out of here. They're still a little ways from casting their or escaping their Phoenix. Scorching Dragonfire, sure. They got a 4/4. I don't really like that, but we have Omen of the Sun. Decisions. Let's play Omen of the Sea, try to hit a land drop, because that'd be perfect if we can. Yeah, that works out perfect. Yes. Play this as red. We'll pass the turn. Now we can Omen of the Sun. Okay, they don't have Ember Cleave. That's good. Yeah, even though they're just gonna plus it. Oh yeah, shoot. Played right into that. That's fine though. We'll play Urian. Blank everything. We'll take out the 4/4. Because that thing's just annoying. Scry. I don't think we need more lands. So next turn, if we get to untap with Urian, we can Charming Prince and start looping Charming Prince and Urian. Yep. That tells me they have shock. Like, they definitely have a shock. We'll play this. Get the Scry. We don't want another one. Attack all in. They'll probably block plus their guy. Yeah. Works for me. Okay. Now I can Charming Prince here and start looping. Or I could play Elspeth Conquers Death and remove the Phoenix of Ash. Okay, I think looping's the way to go. because this plays around Embercleave. We'll exile Urian. We'll play this to get another body. Okay. I don't think Urian will survive if it blocks. So I'm just going to blink all of my omens and I'll leave Charming Prince as a blocker. I don't actually think we'll get to loop. Okay, they're telling me they have Embercleave. So we'll put this here and put Yuri in there. No Embercleave, really? Okay, so we're gonna be taking 2. Oh no. Take 5. Goodness gracious. Take you out. Deal 2 to you. There we go. Marina got a little buggy for a second. Don't think we need those. Play egg. Charming Prince. Yeah, sure. Attack all in. Add Yuri into our hand and pass. Okay, they got our Charming Prince. They're gonna gain life. Sure. So what we'll do is we'll first attack all in. Trade Charming Prince for Charming Prince. Yeah. Our opponent falls to 6. Play Urian. We'll blink all of these. And I don't think there's any way they can actually beat us. Take out Robber. To the face. Gain 2. Get blockers. We'll just stack an Inspired Ultimatum on top and draw it because we can. And if they do anything, we can crack the egg to gain 3 life, go back to 10. Sure. Just crack it in their face. We'll choose to gain 5. Deal 5 to them. And we beat the red deck. Well, that was fun. It's always satisfying when a homebrew takes on some of Standard's top medalists and comes out on top. I think this deck is a breath of fresh air. It's definitely different from what we're currently seeing, but it still has that familiar playstyle. It attacks at all the right angles to take on the popular decks, while retaining that powerful edge needed to crush weaker brews. Jeskai's been a popular deck on my stream, and it's easy to see why. And I think it's past due that we see the red, white, and blue in the meta. I will have a more in-depth article coming up on mtgazone.com about this deck. Links to that will be in the description below, as well as links to my Twitch stream and social media, so feel free to give me a follow. As always, if you haven't, please consider subscribing and give this video a like. It really goes a long way and helps out more than you could ever know. But until next time, hero out.